This week on Motorhead Garage, Brian and John head out west to Houston, Texas, the home of Dustless Blasting. Join us as we witness why Dustless Blasting truly is the future of surface preparation.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage presented by Dustless Blasting. Well, we hopped a plane and we're in Texas at the headquarters of Dustless Blasting. You know, they're the future of surface preparation, and that's going to be evident throughout today's show. As a matter of fact, Brian's looking at some new technologies, a unit on a trailer with a lower deck. You know, at my age, if I got to step up on anything, if they make it easier, I'm all in. Let's check it out.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but John Gardner's right. The process of innovation never stops here at Dustless Blasting World Headquarters. And to tell you about the newest innovation these guys have dreamed up, I'm here with Zach and Benny. Benny's the CEO of the company, Zach's the GM, and no two better guys to tell us about what we're looking at behind you.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian.
Well, thank you very much. So this is our 2018 new machine. We've designed a whole complete new chassis to make this machine more efficient, easy to get up on, easy to load the machine, easy to service the machine. And so we're trying to make things user-friendly as best as we possibly can. And at the same time, you know, as always, we've said that we don't make a one-trick pony. You know, we make a machine that's versatile, that has a lot of revenue streams that come in to it, and I'd like for Zach to point out a few of those options.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, we're really fortunate to, you know, of course, be a manufacturing company. And so we're able to give the customers the best setup for success by listening to them and getting, you know, gathering that feedback that they've gotten.
Right.
And so what we're able to do on the big trailer is we're able to incorporate all of the form, fit, and function that we've always had, but on a much more user-friendly platform. So starting from the back to the front, you know, we truly still do have that storage space for, you know, a pallet of material for that guy to head out to the job for a day or two with. Our utility toolboxes, they might want to put some plastic or what have you not, anything that they care for in there. Followed by what's really exciting is our new ultra-silent air compressors. So as people go into these residential and light commercial opportunities, there's people around oftentimes. And so as you can see, we now have a brand new ultra-silent air compressor that meets all of our specifications and is designed and used just by us.
That's right.
What we've got over here is the air cooler and the dryer that you were talking about. And so what they allow us to do is to use any abrasive, wet or dry, not just dustless. So that creates the greatest amount of revenue streams for our contractors. They're able to go out and just truly give their customer exactly the best process for them in their situation. Right. And then finally, of course, we've got our DB500 machine here that I'm easily able to step up onto the trailer.
Yay!
Of course, this is the fill part that we'll see with Mike later when we actually do the training on the machine. We've still got our 150-gallon water tank, the water pump to quickly fill the machine, as well as rinse off our projects when we're done, and easy access to our controls and the additional storage that's available right underneath. So whether somebody's looking to supplement their income, or if they're a general contractor or a contracting company that, you know, has a big fleet of employees, they're able to send somebody out, not just with their turnkey package, but with all the material and supplies that they're going to need for their workday. And they're not going to hurt themselves too bad getting up and down from that. It's pretty darn easy.
For us old guys, that means a whole lot. I mean, you know, getting up and down on these things makes it so much easier for us to be that form, fit, function type of piece of equipment. And so with that said, you know, once again, as I had mentioned earlier about revenue streams and other things of that nature, by having multiple capabilities for different abrasives and things that we're going to talk about a little bit later in the show, you know, you'll see that we have the ultimate tool. So we've got a quiet machine, we've got a reliable machine, and we have something that's very robust, something that is going to work for you time after time.
Yeah, you truly can't stop it, you know, and just like you were saying, the form, fit, and function, you know, your hand is on the inlet valve. the blowdown valve. It's so easy to access, you know, which again, it's increasing your productivity. You're in and out faster, and which makes it so that you can get paid more quickly. And your customer's happier because they don't want you there any longer than you need to be.
That's exactly right. Yep. So, you know, with that said, it's all about, you know, your business, being in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You know, we've said that slogan for some time, but we do have some very, very interesting add-ons to what it is that we're capable of providing, you know, our customers.
Setting people up for success,
Absolutely.
they're much more likely to succeed.
Yep.
Well,
Oh, hey,
guys, hey, it's a functional unit. It looks great, and my favorite part, build Texas stuff right down here at the plant. Great to show this thing off. You're going to have a lot of happy customers with it. Well, it's fantastic, and we're going to be back with more from Dustless Blasting World Headquarters here in Texas right after this.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is being brought to you by Clamp Tight, the clamp making tool. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radio since 1977. E-Trailer, we make sure the only thing between you and your destination is the road. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Having visited Dustless Blasting a couple times, I've seen customers picking up their new Dustless Blasting units from the plant. Well, I wanted to get the same experience that they get, getting a tour of the place and seeing exactly how these things come together. We're going to start that right now. So here I am with Mike from Dustless Blasting at the beginning of the process, and this is literally where it starts.
That's it, more or less raw material section. Everything gets top, middle, and bottom pulled from the pile. That'd be the bottom cone to a 500, as well as the 8. Middle rings, and you have the caps. And from there, it goes to the robot.
Pretty impressive stuff. One of the things that separates Dustless Blasting in this segment is the fact that they are a manufacturer, not an assembler. This is a room full of raw materials that aren't just being sent in from all over the place and just kind of bolted together. So high quality materials from diamond plate, angle iron, all this heavy duty steel for the cones and the drums. It's neat stuff, and it's all made right here in Texas. They always say it's Texas tough, and we're gonna get the full proof of that today. If I'm a customer, this is my first stop, I'm pretty impressed. This is awesome. So we've seen the raw materials. Mike, what's going on behind me?
Yep, so now he's taking the middle section, welding in the pipe fittings for plumbing. That's right after it comes out of this blue cabinet. The robot cuts all the holes out. From there, it goes to the next station.
Pretty interesting here at Dustless Blasting. What you have is an integration between skilled laborers like the welder you see behind me. There's a bunch of those guys in the building. But also, you got a robotic welder. You have the awesome laser cutting tables that they use, as well as some really neat machines to help roll the material and get it set up right. The biggest thing here is quality. All this stuff operates under pressure. So for the safety of the people using the unit and the quality of the job it's going to produce, no leaks, no drips, no errors are allowed. Well, the units look like we're a million miles away from the raw materials process. We're actually one building over. Mike, these look pretty much done.
That's it. So straight out of building number 3, all 3 pieces go together, paint dries. These guys are starting to put the plumbing on, testing valves, making sure everything's ready to go.
A lot of quality control here. Touch-up paint, the whole deal. You want a really nice finished product to leave here.
Yeah, absolutely. Being tech support, fewest calls as possible. It's always a good thing.
So in order for a Dustless Blasting mobile unit to be mobile, it has to get around on something, and these guys even go the extra mile on that respect. These trailers are not something you guys buy.
Not at all, no. We are the manufacturer of the trailer, 100% purpose-built, designed to carry the load of the equipment. So.
Very cool. The company has developed, as you saw, the new low deck trailer with the dropped axles to get that deck down low. It's make it easier to climb up and down on. The thickness of the steel gauge you're using here is heavy duty. The main rails of the trailer are heavy duty. Everything about this thing is designed to carry not only the weight of the unit, but also a pallet of material. Designed to be user-friendly, and it's all built in-house. They could have hired somebody to build these trailers, and they'd buy them for maybe even cheaper than they could build them. But the reality is they didn't go that way, because they know when this thing rolls out and it's attached to your vehicle, it's going to be safe and it's going to perform every function it's supposed to. We've seen the raw materials, we've seen the manufacturing process, we've even seen the construction of the trailers. And Mike, we got a finished unit here. How do I fire this baby up?
Sure. So our compressor's already running, it's warmed up. First thing we do is put water in the machine. You got a high flow water pump behind you. You'll open the 2 water in and the water out. You flip a switch, water starts pumping. It takes about 30 seconds to fill it up with water. Once the water's in, you'll close both of the valves You'll remove this cap. We include a fill funnel, and put the funnel in, load the 200 pounds of abrasive, and you're ready to go.
So we're pumping this bowl full, then we're adding the air pressure, and then it's time to go blasting.
That's it.
I'm ready to go blasting. Got some safety gear here to put on. We're going to demonstrate the unit. And I'm excited to be the first guy that ever used this one. So after all the hard work for the guys in the plant gave us this awesome unit, I'm going to show you how good it works. Starting with some concrete preparation and then going to a car door. Let's check it out. So as you can see, this Dustless Blasting unit is going to leave both the concrete and the door in a paint-ready situation. If you'd like to repaint your door, you're perfect. Or if you just wanted to clean your sidewalk up, it's ready to be used. Your side of your building, anything you can think of, this unit will help you strip the paint from or get it ready for new paint. We've had a blast down here at Dustless Blasting World Headquarters, and there's a lot more to come, so stick with us right after this.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, coming to you from Houston, Texas.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Now, every business and industry has its frequently asked questions, and me and Brian have a few. Benny, one of the questions is, you have so many different machines and offerings. Tell us about the machines, and what are they used for?
Well, that's a great question because we divide the businesses up into tools, which these are tools. And so the tools depend on the size of the job. You know, if it's a small body shop, maybe a two-man shop or whatever, we make a 1 cubic foot machine. If you're a little bit bigger shop, we make a 2 cubic foot machine. If you're a little bit bigger shop, we make a 4 cubic foot machine.
Right.
And so the whole idea is to provide the right tool for the application. So if I'm doing one truck or one car a month, or if I'm doing an 18-wheeler a day, we would have the right tool for that shop.
We have a wide range. Now, Brian has some other questions. Let's check in with him.
One of the big questions surrounding Dustless Blasting is abrasives. I'm going to put you on the spot, Zach. Abrasives and Dustless Blasting, what do I need to know?
Sure. So one of the awesome things is that you can use any abrasive as long as it's clean, consistent, and sinks in water. So right now we're seeing next to some recycled bottle glass,
Sure.
which is absolutely perfect for automotive restoration. It's going to leave a perfect primer-ready finish when you're done. It's going to remove rust, take off your body filler, all the stuff that you want to come off the car, so you can start all over again.
Now, Benny, I used a Dustless Blaster, and I know it works great. The question is, how does it work so darn good?
Well, what's different about these machines is they're not gravity fed. We actually do not let the sand go down into the bottom. We actually pull the sand in the water out at the same time. And that's why the blast hose is hooked to the top of the machine. Anytime you would look at a conventional sandblaster, you would always see the blast hose on the bottom.
Right.
And so that allows it to clog up and do other things. With our machine, it's impossible because we're constantly using a Venturi effect to literally suck the material out, the water or the sand, and with the aid of a vibrator on the side, as the water and the sand go down, we want it to go down at the same exact speed. You know, and that way we achieve what we actually do with Dustless Blasting. So in that particular case, it's really considered a no clog pot.
There's always one number one question no matter what we're talking about. So Zach, what is the number one question that makes the phone rings around here for Dustless Blasting?
Sure. So you just stripped that car with water and abrasive. Aren't you going to have rust all over the place? Of course we thought of that. So what we have is a rust inhibitor.
Okay.
And what it'll do is it'll actually give you up to 72 hours after you strip the vehicle, as long as it's in a nice environment, before you have to worry about any type of flash rust at all. The best part about it is it's actually going to improve paint adhesion because what you're working with now is a very, very, very clean surface.
Okay.
So there's nothing that you need to do when you're done. You're going to blast, rinse with the rust inhibitor, let it dry, and then you're ready to prime.
Well, it is Dustless Blasting. Benny, that Dustless Blasting, dustless is an amazing phrase in itself. What makes it dustless?
So we use water and abrasive in the same machine at the same time. And so when that comes out, what it does is it eliminates the plume of dust that you would normally have when you sandblast. And so for that part, it makes it almost perfect environmentally speaking. And so that's what we do. That's what the whole invention is all about. And so the material that we use, everything else, it goes right to atmosphere or right to the ground, right to earth. So it's non-hazardous. It's not a pollutant, if you would.
Well, by now you at home and Zach have figured out that I'm not that smart a guy. I look over here, I see valves, I see plumbing, I see gauges. How does this actually work?
Sure. Well, one of the huge keys to our success is the simplicity and reliability of our machines. So all we're going to do is combine water, abrasive, and our rust inhibitor for blasting on carbon steel right inside the blast pot. And from there, the air compressor is going to do the rest when you go ahead and pull the trigger.
Well, we answered a few questions, but Benny, I'm sure there's plenty more. You guys set people up for success. In order to do that, there's a lot of information out there. Where can we go find it?
Well, I'll tell you what, our website is really dedicated to helping people understand to find the things that they're looking for. So by simply filling out a form, you can get a price list, you can get brochures, you can get a lot of information that you need, as well as applications, some things that you might not have thought of. You know, so I might want to do graffiti, I might want to do something else, or something, line stripe removal, or whatever else that it is. So we do provide that information, and we do have an extensive social network, you know, through Facebook and Twitter and the whole 9 yards, if you would.
And what's the website?
www.dustlessblasting.com.
Well, go to the website, but stick around because there's plenty more. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is being brought to you by Plasti Dip. Dip it, spray it, fix it. Load Lugger. Clip, load, zip, go. Line X. Drop the line in, line exit. And by Dustless Blasting. It's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Steel Shield Technologies family of products reduce operating costs, help with mechanical systems, along with increase in fuel mileage. How does it do all that? Well, it has ABF, Advanced Boundary Film. Well, what's that all about? Actually puts a layer of lubrication between any place that has metal-to-metal contact. And we can start right here with the engine. Think about it. You put this in the engine. You got a crankshaft, you got connecting rods, you got camshafts, bearings, rockers. Everything inside of an engine is metal-to-metal contact. ABF protection. Also our V-twin, you can put it inside of there. A lot of torque, a lot of heat, a lot of friction between them bearings, marine applications as well. Transmissions, well, you got valve bodies, you got valves in there, you got planetary gear sets, and all kinds of things inside of a transmission that cause friction and heat. You put the ABF formula inside of there along with the steel shield, and you're going to lengthen the life of the product, and it's going to work much better. They also have it for differentials and pinions. Ring and pinion gears create a lot of heat, friction. ABF technology once again. Steel Shield has a whole array of products, from loosening nuts and bolts to impact guns to tapping and dyeing, all the way through to some bearing grease. And don't forget about Weapon Shield. Weapon Shield will stop any dysfunction when it comes to firearms. Check them out on the website. It's steelshieldtech.com. And remember, Steel Shield, it's not just an oil, it's technology.
I'm joined once again by Zach. Man, we've really gotten the whole kind of scope of what goes on here just outside of Houston at Dustless Blasting's headquarters. Let's start right at the beginning. You manufacture these machines from scratch.
Yeah, you know, when we say we're a manufacturing company, we're not kidding.
Yeah, you're not.
So everything that we do is purpose-built, and so of course it's centered around people's success and what their needs are going to be. So of course we've got small tools that might go to a small shop, all the way up to really big tools that go to shipyards. And then on the other side, we offer our turnkey packages where we're able to help people start a residential and light commercial mobile paint stripping and cleaning service with our DB500 mobiles. And of course, we introduced you to the new, even more user-friendly and purpose-built version of that today. And then, of course, we make those, again, targeting, you know, our larger and industrial infrastructure type related projects. And so, you know, what the Dustless has offered is, you know, not only the ability to have an eco-friendly process, but most importantly, the fact that it's mobile. Sure. There are so many projects that, you know, people just can't go to.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to bring my wall to you. I need to come to your wall.
Exactly, right? So, you know, when we took the handicap parking stripe off, nobody could bring that asphalt to you.
Right.
Right? You know, so
Yeah.
the ability to actually go out and provide that mobile service is really where so much value is brought to the customer.
The reality is there are like thousands of people everywhere around this country and other countries that are looking for something to do. They want either a second income, they want a primary income, and they want to be able to do something with a product that they understand how to use and that they're going to be supported with. And that support is really what, again, sets you guys apart from everybody else.
Absolutely. So we learn so much from being a manufacturing company, and you've heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. When we set people up to succeed, they will. And so, you know, with that, what we're able to do is offer people true turnkey packages where, you know, a guy at a very affordable price can start a mobile paint stripping and cleaning business, and he might have come from a very blue-collar background. You know, where he's not familiar with marketing.
Sure.
You know, so going out and marketing his business and learning how to go sell jobs, you know, that's something that might be intimidating to him. But pulling the trigger and holding the end of the nozzle, my gosh, does that come naturally to him. Right, so what we're able to offer is our turnkey marketing packages, where really we're able to help you provide that printed material, whether it be trifold brochures, business cards, job quote forms, your website, and have a professional and targeted message that you're able to easily provide to your customer. And so, you know, what that does is it takes the scary part away.
Right. Well, you know, a million small businesses, they don't fail because the person isn't industrious or doesn't want it to succeed. They fail because they drown in their own kind of paperwork.
Exactly, you know, and so it's something that so many people are unfamiliar with, but they're able to greatly benefit from the marketing that we do internally. So an episode just like this, how many people are watching it and they have a car to strip, they have a project to do,
Sure.
and they want the service done for them, but they're really not interested in purchasing one of our machines. And so, you know, we naturally create a demand, and when we do that, we want people to be able to find our contractors. And so we truly all work together to, you know, grow people, you know, successfully.
Zach, thank you so much for spending the time with us today. It's been great to see every aspect of this entire operation. Very impressive. We've had such a great time here at Dustless Blasting. We're going to be back with more Motorhead Garage next week. And if you have a product that you'd like to see at the Motorhead Garage shop, contact Jeff at masterstv.com. Maybe you'll find yourself at the Motorhead Garage shop. Zach, we're out of here, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brian.